Day 6 of the manslaughter trial involving Trooper Brian North is now in the books as the defense called another witness to the stand.
And North faces manslaughter charges in connection with the shooting death of 19-year-old Mubarak Suleiman following a high-speed chase back in 2020.
Fox 61's Julia LeBlanc joining us live outside Milford Superior Court with a breakdown of today's testimony. Julia.
Hi, good evening to you both. Well, after the defense called another state trooper to the stand today, the jurors were sent home early, giving the attorneys some extra time to take care of some business in the courtroom.
Do you know Trooper Brian North?
I do.
The defense calling Trooper First Class Craig Bresniak to the stand, a tactical coordinator with the Connecticut State Police.
Did you train Brian North?
I did.
Trooper Brian North joined the tactical unit in November of 2019. Bresniak's testimony focused on the unit's training, digging into the firearms portion.
Is there training relative to the number of shots fired?
So we don't prescribe a number of shots fired for anybody.
Bresniak says troopers even train on shooting in and around vehicles, like in this case, where prosecutors say North fired through the driver's side window 7 times, hitting 19-year-old Mubarak Suleiman. Bresniak says in a scenario like this one, troopers may shoot more for accuracy, making reference to a game of catch through a window.
The likelihood that that ball would go directly towards that catcher's mitt is very, very unlikely. At which case I'd probably throw a couple balls to create a larger hole and then get that accurate throw to you.
In cross-examination, Inspector General Robert Devlin pointing this out.
You have one-round drills that you do?
There are some, and generally those drills work on. So
that's a yes or no answer, sir. Do you have one-round drills?
There are one-round drills.
Later in the afternoon, the attorneys took up a motion connected to the next 2 witnesses the defense plans on calling to the stand. Experts originally hired by the state's attorney's office in 2022 for an opinion on whether North's actions were justified. But that happened before Devlin was in charge of the Inspector General's office. So he wanted that fact to be admitted.
I had nothing to do with hiring these people. I didn't select them. I didn't critique their credentials before they were selected. And it's put on me, you know, their opinions, I think is unfair.
I think that's incredibly relevant to know that the state sought an opinion. They received 2 opinions finding justification, and they're disregarding them.
Now, the judge ultimately ruled in favor of the state, ruling that when those 2 witnesses take the stand, which is expected to happen tomorrow, their prior relationship with the state's attorney's office should not be mentioned. We're live in Milford tonight. Julia LeBlanc, Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.